Hello there again, everybody. This is going to be Jund League number 120. So, playing the exact same list that I did in the previous recording, experimenting with the Traverse the Ulvenwald build. The only four of creatures that I'm playing are Ragavan and Dragon Rage's Channeler, and then the main deck tutor targets involve one Fury, one Clothis, a Grist, which is a creature while it exists in the library and is tutorable by Traverse. And we're also playing one Tarmogoyf. I really wanted to pack the deck with cards that produce more cards or somehow produce an advantage. And Goyf is really only having the purpose of a beat stick. So in the event I need a beat stick and need to close quickly, I can always traverse for the one Goyf. But I didn't want to put just a generic beater in the deck when I could put something more value-oriented in the deck, like a Grist, a Fury, a Clothis, a Monkey, for example. So this is what the format looks like today, February 27th, 2022. That's a 30-day refresh rate. Let's look at the more recent 7-day refresh rate. Not a lot of hammer apparently in these last 7 days, which is exciting for some. All right, and let's jump into it. I would love to go first. Yeah, I'll keep. One more land that I would hope for, but we've got the cave to cycle. Let's hope turn one monkey is good. They did not declare a companion, by the way. Giltleaf Palace. It's Elves. This is traditionally a pretty good matchup for Jund. We also have Plague Engineer in the sideboard, which should be quite excellent. What did they reveal, by the way? Or the thing they played. Makes sense. Connect. Elvish Warmaster. So this is whenever one or more elves enters the battlefield, make a 1/1. So I could actually play this. It's just a 2/2, which is probably fine. We get to Liliana next turn, no matter what. Let's play it. Because like, if I play additional elves, it is going to trigger. This isn't symmetrical, right? It has to enter under your control. Look at me, look at me. I am the War Master now. Okay. And them only playing one creature here is really good for us, because now we get to edict it. Just keep on connecting. I will fetch for, I guess, Basic Mountain. We've already got the double black. So far, so good. And I do think if I don't hit a creature that I can cast from the opponent's library, I'll sacrifice the treasure to play this channeler. Why not? Shaman. Well, I'm not casting a shaman, clearly. Let's just cast this channeler. Then I don't have any more action in hand. But maybe Forgotten Cave can find something. Next turn is their Collected Company turn, which I'll have to watch out for. Dwinnen's Elite just as a 2/2. So they don't have a lot of 1-drops, and most of their deck is 1s, so like their hand's got to be either lands and companies. Or companies. Traverse. We are not quite there yet. I guess let's lead on the cycle. See if we can get this Dwinnen's Elite out of the way. Jury says yes. I guess let's just do that. Trigger. Yield. Non-instant, non-land? It's a land, but I'll still bin it. Shock that out of the way. I guess I should have plussed first, such that the opponent discards without information. We have instant land still, so we don't actually have our Out to Delirium. If I hit an elf here, I'm going to get to trigger my War Master. Hit for 5, clunk. We hit a forest. Not quite. Alright, so plus, I'll ditch the land. Thanks for the new follow. I appreciate it. Really do. Okay. Pass. So we've got another edict saved up now, but if the opponent's next line is a Collected Company, I could be in danger. And just passing would clearly signify that. Another new follow. I appreciate you as well. Alright, so this has got to be company. Just like there's not a doubt in my mind. Another traverse. Not great. So if we traverse and can surveil something that isn't a sorcery or a land or an instant, second traverse can actually get something. I think I'll lead on it. Well, that's just another land. Kawa bummer. I guess I'll get more green. Attacking here seems like it's going to be a suicide mission. I guess if I attack and some number of creatures hit the yard, that'll at least give me delirium. I could just attack with the War Master, but that would go to their graveyard. So I think I need to attack with Monkey. So, like, what's the nightmare scenario? They hit, like, a Lord and another thing? That would be pretty bad. Like, I just need to put creature in my yard, basically, is what's happening here. So I think I'm just going to keep the 2/2 back to defend Liliana. Although Liliana's going to get the edict off pretty much immediately. Alright, so there's the company that we all but knew was coming. You got a choice here? I got a lot of creatures here. Okay. Putting 4 things into play is pretty good. So we'll just throw an elf under it. They're double blocking? That doesn't make any sense at all. I guess they're afraid that I'm going to kill I'm going to kill their only blocker and then it won't get in next turn, but it's not getting in next turn anyway. So them double blocking is actually just great for me. So I have Delirium now. I can traverse for something that costs 3 and play something that costs 3. Grist is probably going to be too slow. I could get Fury and then hardcast Fury next turn, or I could just get Clothis, which is going to be able to get through, and then combining that with Channeler, that might just be fast enough. That also lets me empty my hand, so I could even plus the Liliana. The cards in their hand are probably better than getting rid of a random 2/2. Yeah, I think I'm getting Clothis. Trigger. Which doesn't matter, we're about to search. I'll take that out of the deck, though. Let's get the Clothis. Cast a Clothis. Green. Is Liliana worth what's worth more? A random card in their hand or Dwinnen's Elite? The attackers that I have, one is flying, and then this one just drains them. I think the card in their hand is worth more than the thing in play. The ability on this is what? Like 6 to activate? 7? Yeah, and they discard a Forest Walk creature. So yeah, the card in their hand was in fact worth more than the 2/2 in play, which was the Reed. So, I mean, the other card in their hand also has to be quite good. It might even just be another company. Yeah, I mean, Elvis Champion would have been absolutely insane here. So the other cards got to be even better. And second company, that was the Reed. Not that the Reed is actually worth anything here. There's nothing I could have really done about it. Maybe they're just bane phasing this, hoping to find another Lord, which can inform their attack. Because, like, if they attack and then I block with a 3/3, I just straight eat the thing. I mean, I feel like it's going to be hard for them to not hit a Lord in their top 6. They've got, like, the double green Lord. I know they've got, like, Azuri is a Lord. This is a Lord. It's like a fifth of their deck is Lords. War Master and Azuri. Azuri is not a Lord, but that does give them regeneration shields. So they don't have an attack unless they want me to just munch on something. Alright, so I mean, they have to kill me in the turn coming up. Does it matter? This costs, what did I say, 7 to activate? How much mana do they have? 5, so they are short. I guess it doesn't really matter what I hit here. Sure. So we're going to attack them for 3. Put them to 4. They're dead next turn. Thoughtseize was obviously a pretty terrible draw. Now I'll Edict them, although it only gets rid of a 1/1. I don't think I want to Thoughtseize just to Surveil. Jam. Oh, this one's got the 5 mana ability. Yeah, so am I dead to that? I think so. It gives Trample. So if they just activate it, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, minus 2 is 20. So yeah, if they see it, if they don't play around removal, we die. But they should also just go for it because they're dead anyway. So they should just go for it. Okay. Then if they go all at me, I am just dead. Yeah, because this is 24 minus 2. Yep, dead. Close one. We had a very good start, but it wasn't good enough. We have some aces, though. Imagine if we could have traversed for a Plague Engineer there. Whew. Now we can. these 3-mana shock doesn't seem phenomenal. These 4 for sure. What comes out? Gwaif comes out. The Lilianas are also not fantastic. On the play, they're better. They're just gonna be pretty bad on average, I think. Is Kolaghan's Command better than something? It's not better than any of these, that's for sure. And all the ones are great. Maybe it's better than discard spells. Well, I think I want to maximize the things that the ways I can interact on 1 mana. I think I'm just gonna submit this. Ooh. Would love to go first with a keep. I can't say keep fast enough. Holy moly. This is kind of picture perfect. All right, I'll bobble you to get information on the Inquisition. Basic Forest is on top. So this will get Blood Crypt. Come on. Blood Crypt. Yes. Do this. And we see not a lot. So return a forest, untap a creature. This is just a mana dork. And a Dwinnen's Elite. And a Nazuri. So the regeneration is probably going to be really annoying. I think I'm going to take the Azuri. Just because like the X ones just like are stone cold to the engineer. Blooming Marsh we knew about. There's Llanowar Elves. I guess I could have bobble tricked myself. I gotta organize these windows, jeez. Let's get Overgrown Tomb. I guess Liliana actually came out of the deck, so black mana is less important. We do need a lot of red, though. Let's get Stomping Ground. Say yes. See if I can. I'll see if I can grab that window before it disappeared. There we go. Yeah, I'll bobble now. Why not? Sometimes they board into Thoughtseize, so I'll bobble on their turn. Although they would take the Plague Engineer anyway. Azuri. Thoughtseize Bug. There's the forest we knew about. It's like they have to weigh how much they want to play their X1s into a Ren 6. But if they don't play anything here, I could just get the Colossus going instead. Okay. So you can return a forest, untap a creature. Activate only once each turn. Okay. Channelers are interesting. In fact, I think I want to just go Channeler. I can still just kill the Curian Ranger with the Ren 6 that's in play. This is really good at applying pressure. We've got 3 types already. When we eventually add Planeswalker, that'll be another. Let's just play this. So now their line that in their head might be like, play 1-mana elf, play Dwinnen's Elite, kind of overwhelm the board. But then I could play Plague Engineer, ping the Dwinnen's Elite, their entire board is dead, attack for 6. Yeah, that looks like what their line is, but it's going to work out really well for us. Wonder what I should name with Plague Engineer. I think I'll name Elf. Okay, we've got a pretty quick clock. They're on a collected company turn, though, so that could be dangerous. We've got them dead in 2, accounting for Klothys. They would need, like, 2 lords here, I think. You wouldn't even ping him with Ren? I wanted to ping with Ren such that we get Delirium. If we don't lose the Ren, we don't get the Delirium, and our clock is significantly slower. I think pinging with Ren's probably correct. Because, like, we just don't have a clock. I mean, if we find a spell and then we can get Delirium off of the spell, then cool. You wanted me to save it for Azuri? They're probably not going to Azuri here, though. They're probably going to Company. Alright, well, I guess they played the Azuri. That's fine, though. This feels like a great spot for me. Attack all. Yeah, like we're putting them to 4 here. How do we lose from the spot? I guess like Endurance. Like if they pitch Collected Company and cast an Endurance, they could then trade for the Engineer, take 2. Maybe that's reason enough to not attack with the Engineer. Do I want to play other Channeler? Don't see a reason why not. So if they go Land Company, they still just die in the air. Yeah. Any changes on the draw versus Elves? I don't think so. I want the Lilianas even less now that we're on the draw. Maybe Kolaghan's Command is better than Grist. Maybe it's better than Klothys just because they're so slow. I do see the world where we want the Kolaghan's Commands before the Klothys and the Grist. But they literally are just shocks. I think I probably want the Grist before the Kolaghan's Command, but Klothys I'm less sure about. It just seems so slow. Do like a 1-for-1 swap like that. Maybe I should even be taking out some number of Monkey, just because it's pretty unlikely to actually connect. Maybe I can put a Nagoi for it that we've already submitted. I mean, I guess I'm keeping. If they've got a quick start, I could be in trouble. I would love to draw a 1-mana removal spell. 1-mana removal spell. Nope. Alright, let's see if turn 3 Plague Engineer is strong enough on the draw. If they get a Lord into play, 1 is probably not going to be good enough. Hopefully 2 is good enough. Regeneration doesn't matter versus static -1/-1 effects. Brutality, that was a draw. That's what I'm talking about. And I think I'm going to escalate it because collected company would be very bad for us. So we'll 2-mode it. Target creature gets -2/-2 and reveal hand cast. So I'll ditch swamp. Trigger. We've got a Traverse on top. We're pretty far from Delirium. That doesn't actually add anything. I think I need to bin it anyway. Kill that. You got a company? No company. But they do have a Shaper Sanctuary. And another Azuri. Alright, let's hope back-to-back Engineers is good enough. Seems pretty good. They don't have an answer to one. Shaper Sanctuary plus Azuri. Yep. So this is whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell or an ability, you may draw a card. Seems strong. So this will get Stomping Ground. I could even attack first to see if they block. They probably don't. But if they do block, we get to kill that too. If we play the Engineer first, they for sure don't block. So obviously I didn't want to fetch shock first if this was the plan, but I didn't think of it until I was already attacking. So let's name Elf. Elf. So now we want to avoid the card Collected Company. We obviously also want to avoid ways that they can destroy our Plague Engineers. Don't know if they have like some number of Dismembers or Fatal Pushes. I suppose they'd have Fatal Push first. Opponent says I didn't think people still played that card. We exist. Inquisition, even a nice draw. Trigger. I'll bin that. Still not quite at Delirium. What do you think we should name with the second one? So now what they have to do is they have to Collected Company into 2 Lords so they can buff each other and stay above the -2/-2 net that I've got going. We don't yet have Delirium, but if something wacky happens, we still have Traverse. Pendelhaven. Okay. Their last card is Basic Forest. Concede. Sweet! Well, my best sideboard card I found both copies of. Here's the list for everyone showing up. I would love to go first. Thank you for asking. Not with this hand, though. The opponent revealed a Lurrus. I'll keep this. I guess I'll bottom Fury. And I'll turn one Monkey. Pretty likely they have a way to deal with this, which would be unfortunate. It's Burn. I think. More than likely it's Burn. Clothis will be very good versus Burn if we can find our land drops. And we do actually have Traverse. So I think I'm just going to cast the Traverse to find the land. And it is Burn. Guess I take probably... It's Eidolon or Boros Charm. Guess I'll take Eidolon. That one would do a lot of damage to me over the course of this game. Alright, so let's Traverse. Not that one. Traverse for... Come on. There we go. For basic land. Which one? I guess Liliana's in the deck. I'll want to get basic Swamp. Go. Yeah, because like this Eidolon is going to effectively do me 2 damage anyway. Or 4 damage anyway. So like the difference between it and the Boros Charm I think aren't super wide. Like they're basically similar. Alright, so this will be good against them. Not the end all be all, but quite good. Maybe they've got some Skull Cracks in their main deck. That's a Skewer. So their hand is Spike, Boros Charm. Their hand is Spike. But we get to get this going. We get to take the Spike. Land go. Alright, we need a threat. They're going to get to put Lurrus into their hand right now as a bare minimum. I'm probably just not going to sacrifice this fetch land until I have to. I will eat the Eidolon because that's what they could recast with Lurrus. Alright, drawing more lands is not ideal. So now, as a minimum, they can play a 3/2 with lifelink, which I don't currently have an answer to. They shocked? I guess they want to also sacrifice Canyon. Uh-huh. That's a Lurrus. That thing has lifelink, too. Come on, deck. I guess. Sure. There's not actually a spell or a creature that could come back. Alright, so let's dash this. I assume they don't want to block. But if they don't and I hit a burn spell and I get to kill their Lurrus, that'd be really good for me. Draw a card first thing, 8 info makes sense. Hit ya. Spell? Boros Charm. I think I'm casting it. I'll get Basic Mountain. I'll do 4 to you. Don't know if this Clothis is going to be good enough. It's a good sign. Uh-oh. I guess I can use this guide as like a kind of a scry with this Verdant in play. Trigger. We've got Renin 6 on top. That's not good. So if I sacrifice the fetch land, I do immediately die to Boros Charm. Okay, well, they don't have Boros Charm. Okay, I mean, I can dash a monkey, too. So if monkey hits a burn spell, we win. Can I hit a burn spell, please? Searing Blaze. Woo! Landfall. You. Wow. Clothis did it. Lucky, lucky. Alright. Burn. Collective Brutality is the obvious include. I am the burn deck now. Exactly. Spellbomb is not impressive. It does a thing versus Lurrus, but I mean, not fantastic. I think I'm going to cut the Renin 6s. They just don't contribute to the kind of game that the opponent's trying to have. I guess like there's some say about maybe Kolaghan's Command is just a removal spell that can knock a card out of the opponent's hand. I mean, it's probably better than something like Renin 6. Maybe I try this. Like, I'm not excited to play Kolaghan's Command, but I think it's better than the Ren. I mean, turn 3 Clothis against the burn deck, game 1. It's got to be good. Oi. So we've got Brutality, but we've got a bunch of clunky stuff at the top that doesn't do anything. I think I've got a ship. I'm not excited, but I am keeping. They kept a 7. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I guess I'll heat that. Reveal the Blood Crypt for me. Alright, land go. I want them to attack and get the trigger off because I really don't want to draw another land, right? If they Eidolon first, then... oh boy. They did an Eidolon first, but that's also not great. Triggers. We've got... damn it. Another Kolaghan's Command on top. Well, it is better than Renin 6 here, so that much is true. We've still got Kolaghan's Command on top. It's like a skewer, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do here is actually dash the monkey. If I find a 1 mana removal spell, I can kill the guide with it. It's very unlikely that monkey sticks around to block. I think it's more likely we hit a removal spell off the top of their library than it is that monkey will actually stick around. So we want like bolt or skewer. Alright, well they don't get an Eidolon, so Silver Lining. And then the turn coming up, we can cast Kolaghan's Command to stem the bleeding from the guide. Probably just knock a card out of their hand too. Foothills put in hands. They do nothing. Interesting. Ooh, there's the brutality. Pretty good with all the lands they just put into our hand. I guess we just do that instead. And if they've got the Skullcrack, it's unfortunate. I guess I really don't need all these lands, huh? You know, what I could do is I could dash monkey first. And then if they kill it, it's less likely that they have the answer for brutality. Yeah, I kind of like it. One to me. Okay. So this is going to work out beautifully. So I can just fetch here. What am I going to get? This doesn't get anything but basic forest. Same with this. I guess this gets basic swamp. And so it gets swamp and forest. So if I want forest now, I should just use the foothills. Hey, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. Wink. Yeah, I'll get the forest now. This is going well. Forest. We'll 3-mode it. You. Pay costs. Black. Ditch and ditch. Take a Boros Charm. And that's the Delirium. We can traverse for a Cloth this next turn. This game might end up looking like the last game did. Lurrus to hand. Yep. Wow. So the unfortunate thing about the way my mana is working out here is that I would have to fetch Shock to get Clothis into play. I didn't do it very smartly. So they're going to go Lurrus plus Guide, which I guess means I should traverse and then just hold up Kolaghan's Command to cast off of basic swamp. Yeah, so this will get Clothis still. But then I say go because I don't want to fetch Shock. Yeah, so I guess planning for the Clothis, I should have fetched differently. Here's the Lurrus. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I want to fetch before the guide trigger because I don't want to draw lands. And fetching first means that the only way I draw a land is if there are 2 lands on top. Thoughtseize on top. Well, I don't really want that one. I do want to do this, though. I guess I'll have you discard a card. And then Shock Guide. So you'll discard, Shock a Guide. And then next turn I can Brutality, escalating once to kill the Lurrus and take what they discard, which is probably this Charm. Okay, so this is working out. So now we can 2-mode it. -2/-2, reveal your hand. Alright, so you'll reveal your hand. I'll ditch the Thoughtseize. Take the Boros Charm. Alright. So next turn I play Clothis and race. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I guess if they find like Guide or Swift Spear, they can get it into play immediately, which is why they would want to do all this now. Another Traverse. Alright, well, we've only got one green, and I want to get the Clothis going. What does Traverse get this time? Ideally, something that does not require green mana. That's annoying. Thanks for the new follow. I appreciate it. Really, really do. Trigger. Thoughtseize. Well, I don't want to cast that one. Just eat the Lurrus. Get it gone for good. So I can Traverse for, I guess, a 3/3 flyer. That would put me to 8. I would die to 2 burn spells and a way to get a blocker out of the way. So Searing Blaze plus something. Time to do a quick deck list review. I could get Fury, but I don't have a red card to pitch currently. I've only got 1 green mana, so I can't play something like Tarmogoyf. It would be, again, Grist, same thing. So I guess it would be Fury or Dragon Rage's Channeler. I can't actually cast a Fury, so then it would probably be Dragon Rage's Channeler. So I'd even cast it because I would take 4 to do it. Pretty close. This thing is just attacking me in the meantime. I'll do it. Yeah, I guess I'll get my Channeler. Not casting Thoughtseize for obvious reasons. So I die to 2 removal spells, one of which is Searing Blaze. This is like skewer my creature? Probably. Yeah. That lets them connect with Eidolon. This Eidolon has been very good. Trigger. Land isn't good. Go. They can afford to cast 2 more spells without dying, which is the number of spells they need to kill me. In danger. I mean, I've had all the tools I think I needed to win, so if I lose this game, it's probably because I should have done something differently. Trigger. Beseiju? That doesn't do anything, does it? I guess this time it doesn't really matter. This doesn't hit creatures, right? Artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land. It does? It doesn't say non-creature of these types? So it does work. This is an enchantment. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land. See, I know it says enchantment, but what I was unclear on was whether or not it says non-creature, but it doesn't. Wow, cracked. Sick. Didn't matter, but yes. Wow. Clothis. Clothis the Clutch. 2-0. Thanks to all the new follows tonight. There's been a handful of them, and even a sub, all of which are greatly, greatly appreciated. I would love to go first. Thank you for asking. And another new follow. Thank you as well. Really, really nicely sized crowd today, which is exciting. Yeah, keep. So we've got Stomping Ground on turn 1. Didn't even pay attention to what the opponent revealed, but I'll look at it in a sec. That doesn't really change what I'm doing here. Yorion. I guess I could have seen that with the 80. What you got, Yorion? Tarn, yeah. Okadoke. Prismatic ending. Probably. Yep. Another land's not great. So in the event that they're playing the card Counterspell, I think I should get the Goyfin, which I suppose I can do off of Swamp. Getting the Ren and 6 value train going is also attractive, but we're not actually gaining any value off of it quite yet, so maybe getting a clock is fine too. Hi. How you doing, mom number 2? Or not number 2, you know what I mean. Oh, crap. Got the whole family in the chat. Monkey. That's good. Dash? Dash? Dash. Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt, yes. Dash. Red and blue. 3 colors were too boring. We're playing 4 colors. I'm doing alright. Thanks for stopping by. What in the world? That's the new card, right? Yeah, that's the new card. Well, I can't play Ren and 6 off of Swamp, so I will not. Beseiju makes sense. Abundant Growth makes sense. Abundant Growth makes sense. So we've got Terminate. That'll probably be attributed to an Omnath. Okay. Traverse. Not quite at Delirium yet. I think I'm just dashing again. The clock isn't very strong at the moment. I would like to avoid a Solitude. Uh-oh. Unholy Heat. I suppose that makes sense too. Makes Goyf a tad bigger. Crunch. And I think I would like to play red and 6, which can be done off of treasure. Green, red, return to land, and go. All right, we're doing okay. I mean, we're approaching the mid game, which I think the Yorion deck has us covered in. Windswept Teeth. No Yorion, okay. They're not quite at Flash in Solitude yet. They don't have many snow permanents, so I'm not particularly worried about an Ice Fang Quaddle. I think this turn leads on attack. See how far that gets us. Dress down. Alright, hit you for 0. I guess if they combine a lightning bolt with this, it would be unfortunate. You'll take 0. Return Verdant. They know about both of these lands. I could just play Fury as a 3/3 with double strike. I don't think so, though. Fury does kill Omnath. We want to be able to kill multiple Omnaths, I think. Alright, well, they didn't have a bolt, which is substantial news. So if they go Omnath here, play fetch land, potentially dangerous. But they don't. Alright, well now they are on the turn where they can actually start just flashing in Solitudes, which is not great. Alright, Blood Crypt, say no. Clothis. Interesting, interesting. I guess they have Solitude. I mean, if they somehow don't and they take the hit, they do just die because of the Ren and 6 in play. They just, like, have to have Solitude here. Yeah. Solitude would make a lot of sense. Solitude. No way. I'm gonna gain a chunk. So I could just play the Fury, kill the Solitude. They have to deal with the Fury. Alternatively, I could get the Clothis going. If I play the Clothis, we are going to be one off of Delirium. Or sorry, one off of it being a creature if I play the Fury next turn. Unfortunately, I cannot both play Clothis and the Fury. What plays best around the card? Counterspell. So if I Fury here, kill their thing, they go Omnath, play a fetch land, kind of go off. I think I want to Clothis here. They're going to get to gain some life, which is annoying. I guess the other consideration is if I Fury this, Ren and 6 has to keep going up, and then they're forced to commit resources to this big old distraction over here. It's pretty close. I mean, they haven't Omnath yet, right? If they had Omnath, they probably would have just Omnath, played the fetch land, and then Solituded off of that. So the read is no Omnath. Given that the read is no Omnath, I think I can be a little bit more secure in just casting this Fury. Alright, let's cast the Fury and then see how it bites us. I will hit that. Please and thank you. I will return the land. Mire. They know about both of these fetch lands because I've already returned them both. Prismatic Ending is a dangerous start. This is like one of the cards that I'm very afraid of going mid to late. I mean, they have to do something about this Fury. Unholy Heat definitely counts. Heat it, yeah. Sacrifice. These are Swamp and Mountain. I've got plenty of black. Let's get red. Ooh. That's exciting. I guess we'll start there. Counterspell. Alright, well that took the counterspell, which means that Clothis gets to get in now. This threatens ultimate. We've got quite the board. We still have basic Swamp in the deck, so I can terminate if need be. They found the Omnath. I need to respond to the enter the battlefield trigger. If they've got another counterspell, it's unfortunate. But this is going to be my best window to terminate. Okay. So they need Prismatic Ending. Boo, you found it? Brutal. Alright, well, I mean, we still have Clothis going. Bobble isn't exciting. That actually does turn on our Delirium, though. So that actually is a good draw. I guess they have some Delirium components in their deck. I guess I'll take out the Dress Down. Drainia. Bobble. I guess I'll target. It doesn't actually matter. I'm gonna flip a card no matter what. Oh crap. I almost punted big time. I need to pop this before I traverse. That was almost really, really bad. That was almost horrendous. I caught it. I'm sorry. Alright, Alright, so traverse. I think we just get Monkey. We don't actually have a fetchable green right now because I got back the Mire instead of the Forest. So I think it's Monkey. Forces them to deal with a lot. Yep. Yeah, well, I mean, we know that there's a Misty on top because of the Bobble. But they have to deal something. They have to do something right now, or else Clothis will just kill them. So, like, if they find an Omnath and have a land, but they're on turn 8 and have missed land drops, so I don't think they can find both Omnath and land unless Omnath draws a land. They could Prismatic Clothis and have an answer to Monkey. That's the way they get out. Inquisition was not a great draw, but that could help us get the Monkey in, so maybe it's fine. They found the Omnath. Crap. The Reed is no land unless they were holding a land in the event that they found an Omnath. And they did in fact find one. Holy moly. Are we losing this game? Unbelievable. I mean, this game could have been played better. By me, obviously. Because like I could have set up my green situation better, and then I could have maybe gotten a grist. They're just fetching now though. Okay. Make mana. This is like a Teferi. Teferi would be bad for me too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's bad for me here. Yeah, I mean, I definitely lose a late game against this deck, and that's where we're at. Got him to 1. Wasn't good enough. There's the Teferi. Yep. Bounce Clothis, probably. Yep. If I find Unholy Heat, Unholy Heat would be good. Liliana of the Veil would also be good. I still have some good hits. That is not one of them. I guess we can see their hand. It's a Spreading Seas, and that's it. This is that new land. You get to unsummon something. And they still just have Yorion after all of this. Jeez. Brutal. Yeah, I mean, we're losing this game. I needed to play this one just a little bit better. Right, so now they like put Yorion in the hand and draw 50 cards. They play Monkey too. I guess that's some information to have. Yikes. Yeah, I lost by the skin of my teeth, and there were like at least 2 things I should have done better. Alright, Ashiok. Ashiok's the only thing I'm like excited about. Discard spells seem pretty bad. I guess I get Kolaghan's Command. I mean, most of their removal is exile based, which is the issue. Not great. I mean, it's honestly probably better than discard spells. Like, drawing discard spells in the late game is absolutely horrendous. And we saw it. We drew back-to-back Inquisition, and it did stone cold nothing. So, a little bit of a clean 4-for-4 swap. What's unfortunate too is they actually would have been dead had we just pinged them a single time with that the Renin 6 that they ended up finding the Prismatic for. But I think it's right to go for the ultimate, because like we know they were digging for an answer. So like they must have drawn the Prismatic into drawing the that second Omnath, because we knew they didn't have other copies of Omnath from the first like 7 or 8 turns of that game. So like they on top of me not playing that game very well, at least as far as the mana situation goes, they drew lucky at the end. But I mean, their whole deck is mid range bangers, so it's no surprise that that's how it went. Alright, I would like to go first with the monkey, please. Yikes. So basic swamp does not cast Ren and 6. We have 0 early pressure. Given that the opponent is so good against us in the mid to late game, I really, really want to get on the board early. And this does not do that. I think this hand's a trap. This is not much better, but I will keep. I don't really want to go to 5. I mean, maybe going to 5 to find Monkey is correct. Oh, fetch shock, Thoughtseize. Blood Crypt is correct, I think. Thoughtseize. They mulliganed once as well. They have Monkey, which we do have Unholy Heat for. Fury, Omnath, Abundant Growth. I'm going to take the Omnath. If they go Monkey here, I'll just heat it and call it a day, ideally. The Seiju, Abundant Growth. Drew the land, not bad. This will get a green land. The opponent's end step. Cool. Heat it. So this needs to get green. Let's make it a stomping ground. Another Thoughtseize. If they have prismatic ending, it will be unfortunate. But I think I'm just going to jam. Like I said, I need to get on the board early. They play Counterspell. If I wait, I'm basically forced to take Counterspell over something I would rather take. Iteration. Okay. We're in the mid game. Can you brick? No, they don't. Okay. Another land. Not ideal. They do have some Delirium components in their deck, so that's something to keep in mind. I guess I'll Thoughtseize. See a hand of Prismatic. Dress down Fury. I guess I'll take Prismatic. Fury was redundant. Here's a land. Go. If I can get Delirium, I can maybe get a Grist going, which would be great. They found a Monkey. Absolutely brutal. Alright, well, they cannot cast that, luckily. Would love to find a way to hit Delirium. Bobble would even Bobble would be a good draw here. I'll hit the Prismatic because, again, that gets them farthest from Delirium. Monkey of my own, huh? They can dress down. I don't want to just cast this, right? Because they'll just Fury it. I mean, they're pretty likely to just dress down in response. Or, yeah, they're gonna dress down in response. Or, probably at least. I guess they could do it at the pre-combat in case my hand is another one. That wouldn't matter because Dress Down stays in play. Yeah. Yep. So Monkey is going to return to my hands at my opponent's end step because it temporarily forgets that it's supposed to bounce. That also means, though, that I could just block their Monkey with mine. Unless they want to Fury it as well. Although if they Fury it, that gives me the Delirium I can then traverse for Grist. Here's Fury. So the danger now is in traversing for Grist. I don't have another creature. You know what I could do? Is if I draw a land, I could use that information to just traverse for a land. Or to cloth this for mana. And then I can get my Fury. So a land here would be a fine draw. Cool. So this will be mana number 6. It is in the deck, right? I didn't like take it out. No, yeah, it's in the deck. So let's make mana. We'll make it green. Traverse. Get my Fury. Play a mountain. Cast a Fury. Kill your Fury, kill your Monkey. That was a turn. Okay, I mean, I'm ahead on board. We know one of the opponent's cards is a Beseiju. Teferi is real annoying. Yeah. I mean, assuming the Fury resolves again, it's just going to kill the Teferi. In the meantime, Klothys continues to Klothys. We hit Ashiok. Still think I probably want a Fury if possible. Hit Dress Down. Drainia again. If they've got Counterspell in hand, it's unfortunate. What can I say? They've got Counterspell in hand. Alright, I mean, Klothys continues to Klothys. Yorion to hand, yep. Heath. Alright, so their hand is Yorion, Beseiju, Steph. They've got only one instant. I guess I'd take it. You should fetch in response if you intend on fetching. Yep. And I guess I'll keep the Unholy Heat for the Yorion. Do I have anything in my yard that I would specifically want to mill? I don't think so. I guess I'll just mill you. I don't want to heat this Teferi, I don't think. So they get to plus the Teferi, Yorion, put the Teferi to 4 off of flickering it, and draw a card off of Abundant Growth. So the only card that we know about currently is Beseiju. They're going to go +1 from Abundant Growth. Running 6, not bad. Now I have to target my own thing, which is fine. Let's get a Thoughtseize out of here. Continue to drain you. Heat. Running 6. I guess I'll go face with it, honestly. I could ping the Teferi such that they lose it when they bounce with it, but that's probably fine. Just exile your stuff again. If they minus the Teferi, I can always ping it on my own turn. We bend an Iteration, a Renin 6, and a Monkey. All good hits. Redraw with Abundant Growth. We're in late game. We typically lose late game. What's happening? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that would just make me feel dead right now. Even something as simple as a prismatic. I mean, they're already so ahead on actual cards. The only thing I've got going for me is the onboard pressure, which I feel like they've got to have a not terrible time dealing with. Eladamri's Call, they're prevented from searching. Awesome. Abundant Growth. I guess they momentarily forgot that they couldn't search. Another Teferi. I guess bounce the Clothless to gain a life, basically. Oh, they bounced Abundant Growth. Okay. They're flailing. I mean, this entire situation can be solved by, like, any Omnath ever. I guess I ping the Teferi, although if I ping them, they have two things that they need to deal with. Whereas, like, if they have an Omnath, I can heat it in response. It's really close. Let's go at the Teferi, because now if they, like, play an Omnath, I can respond to the trigger by heating it, which means they won't gain life. Wow. Somehow pulled that game off. Okay. We are gifted with the third game. Is Collective Brutality somehow better than Thoughtseize? Boomerjohn taking down Money Pile. Yeah, every once in a while something weird happens. To be fair, this version is probably better equipped to do it than, like, the 4 Tarmogoyf version. Is Brutality better than Thoughtseize? I mean, Thoughtseize takes Omnath. That alone probably makes it more valuable. I've got 9 minutes on the clock, which should be plenty of time, but I'll be conscious of it. We got a mulligan. Keep. I guess I bottom Boseiju. Yeah, I guess I bottom Boseiju. Turn 1 Monkey. Well, I guess I'm gonna heat it. Having drawn Mountain, this is getting Blood Crypt anyway. Besaju's on the bottom. Yeah, let me just fetch now. Fetching now, I guess, is actually worse against Spreading Seas. I can't let this thing hit me. That's the power of being on the play. They didn't have the Spreading Seas, which is big news. So to Channeler or to Renin 6, they do not have Counterspell available. So this might be my best window to get the Renin 6 into play, but like I said, I think I need to apply pressure as quickly as possible. I mean, this is also the opponent's Teferi turn, which means I don't think I want to play into the Teferi too. Like, I'm approaching. I have to beat them at the mid game basically. We're gonna go late, and I've got to beat them going late. That's what this game is gonna come to. Shock and pass. That could just mean, that could just mean they're trying to hold up a counterspell here. Sack this. Let's Overgrown Tomb. Actually, like a second Blood Crypt's probably good too. I could Grist, but they could very easily just have the counterspell. I mean, they're gonna have counterspell for forever. Let's jam. If they've got it, they've got it. If they don't have it, this is excellent for us. I think we that's awesome. I think we need to take the higher risk line because we are so unlikely to win going late. That we need to take some risks here. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll block if you allow me to. Attacking Grist. Yeah, I'll block. If they play an Omnath, I'll probably go Channeler and then try to kill it. Mountain Channeler. Plus, if this hits a land, we can buy it back. Hey. Combo. You gonna flash in another Endurance? Jeez. Alright, well, the second Endurance, I don't know how I'm gonna beat. It's just gonna be large, is what it is. They missed a land, but I feel like the moment they find it, I'm in trouble. Teferi would be awful for me as well. Yep. It's like bounce an insect token. Yep. I had actual nothing. I guess I get to kill the Teferi with the Renin 6, in theory. They're going both at the Ren. I guess I block. Big draw step. Terminate. Okay. Create a thing. Mill a thing. Terminate a thing. So we got instant creature in the yard. Kill that. Play a land. Go. feel pretty behind. Omnath number 1. Omnath number 1. Got the fetch. Uh-huh. Yori on to hand. Okay. Nothing else. So I have to let this happen. So that way next turn I can minus the Grist and kill the Omnath. I guess that's a draw. You got a Veil? Oh my god. Brutal. Not that they needed the help. I guess I should have minused first so they didn't draw the card. We hit the Delirium though. What can we get? We cannot. We're 1 mana off of casting Fury here. Channeler won't do anything though. We can't cast anything that's green. Maybe I just have to get the Fury anyway. I haven't activated Ren and 6 yet, have I? 3, 4, 5. No, I have not. So I guess I can actually get Klothys. Thanks for the new follow. I appreciate it. Alright. Alright. It's not looking good. Uh-huh. I mean, I can start looping this Peatland with the Ren and 6. That's gonna be hard pressed to get me all the way there. Both at Grist. I guess I block one of them. They've got 1 sorcery, 1 planeswalker. So I guess I'll go after those first. We do not currently have Delirium, but we will if we sacrifice Peatland. Another Traverse. Guess we can do this now too. Traverse. We can get Monkey. Dash a Monkey. This would suck against Fury number 3. I'm not playing around the third one. Okay. Go. Yeah, it's looking like I could theoretically stabilize, but I'm behind on clock, which it may come down to. Alright, so this is going to kill both my walkers. Yeah, that actually would probably just put it away anyway. Unless their hand is somehow all lands. Yeah, so call for literally any creature they want. That's going to be rough. Fury. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. GG's. They were good games. The first game I definitely could have played better though. My mana situation was awkward in game 1 because of how I fetched. Well, because of their spreading seas and how I fetched, but I should have anticipated needing to play around that. Alright, so here's the deck. We got one. This is a keep. Should be excellent on the play, but we don't have that luxury this time. It will, however, keep. They did not reveal a companion, by the way. Oh, God. Alright, well, I'll go monkey on one. So this is probably Oops All Spells. Or Belcher, which is basically the same thing. Alright, well, it's neither of those, apparently. It's mono red. Probably. Second monkey. Alright, let's attack and see if it works out. Probably doesn't. Yep. Basic Forest kind of biting me here. I guess this is their Blood Moon turn. I need to make sure I don't get Blood Mooned. We'll take Abbott. Their entire hand is 2-for-1s. Alright, well, we get to hit with Monkey. And then I guess Thoughtseize. Or Inquisition, rather. Unless this hits something wild. Spikefield Hazard, not wild. So they've got another Abbott, Seasoned Pyromancer, and stuff. I guess I'll take the Abbott. I mean, I could maybe take the Pyromancer because my creatures are just never ever punching through that thing. I don't think they would go Pyromancer here because this is the last turn they can cast Channeler, which is also bad for me. Like, their turn probably looks like Channeler than Synthesizer. Oh, they do it anyway? I guess maybe they're hoping to find a land. This game is not looking great. What is this? Human Monk. Human Shaman. Human. Yeah, I mean, Plague Engineer is going to hit it. And is also a human. Yeah, Plague Engineer might be good. They ditched Impulse. There was the Pyromancer. Alright, so they don't get the Channeler that they exiled. Finally hit the land. Might be a little bit late, though. None of my creatures do anything. I have to do this, I think. Gain some life. This will probably be a 4-point life drain for the rest of this game. Maybe 6. Another Abbott. I've already taken 2 of those. Not great. I need a Fury. Fury would be how I claw back. That's a heat. Not great. I think I need to go for the life. I can't heat and channeler. I can thought seize, which isn't great. But I probably have to. They didn't bolt me in response, which means they want me to take... They want to keep the synthesizer is what that means. Unfortunately, I think I have to take the bolt anyway. And then probably just heat the abbot. This game looks very dead. Swift Spear is the new one. And they get the synthesizer. Alright, we're done here. We were done here like 4 turns ago, honestly. I don't think I'm winning game 1 very often, especially on the draw. Brutality and Engineer. Nothing else seems great. I could maybe Charmaw just as a threat to play through a Blood Moon. They also do have a good number of like valuable things I'd want to hit, but they don't play any colorless lands, so like 5 mana is kind of a lot to ask. Looks like Thought Seizes can come out. Liliana, honestly, not that great either. Let's take out 2 of those. Call it a day. Let's go first. Yikes. 1 more land this hand would be fantastic. I could maybe keep it anyway. If I have the land on top, it's great. But if I don't... Oh my god, it's so close. If this is a red land, I probably keep. Alright, keep. Honestly, I'm probably just going to bin one of the more expensive things. Like the Liliana. Monkey. If they play a creature, I can heat it out of the way. Why do they have Bloodstain Mire on their deck? Maybe just so it adds a land for their own channelers or something. Right, we drew another monkey. We get to connect with ours though. That's exciting. Damn, that would be so good to cast. We don't have a land. I would love to cast that. I guess I'm glad they don't have it. Found the land this time. Zap. I could Unholy Heat this to deny them the Bone Crusher. I think that's probably a bit too cute, though. Yeah, just going Bone Crusher here would be bad for me. It's a giant Spell Bomb. Yeah, another relic. Okay, pretty bad. I guess I could play around Blood Moon. It's kind of free, or not really. I guess I don't want to just immediately die to the moon. I'll get Swamp. Swamp's probably more important. So Spell Bomb in play deals with Monkey. Relics in play basically deal with Channeler. I'm going to need a threat that doesn't care about either of those. Don't know what it would be. Clothis isn't going to be good. So they just have the relics. I guess like if I can make it maybe work my way to a Fury. Doesn't seem great. Land go. Synthesizer is bad for me, but so is a lot of stuff. They get a mountain. So 2 in a red, sacrifice it, make it 2/2. Activate only as a sorcery. I guess those are some keywords. They didn't cast Bone Crusher. Interesting. I doubt they're playing around third monkey, so I'm not sure what that could mean. So I'll dash. Activate only as a sorcery, it says. Alright, third copy of Monkey got in. Revealed Reckless Impulse. I guess I meant to cast that, huh? So I'll get other basic swamp. Oh, I clicked the wrong card. That's my bad. Trigger. Yep. Run in 6, I do not care for. Guess this I can cast now. Brutality. That doesn't kill the Bone Crusher. I think I got a bin it. Monkey comes back. They just did nothing? Oh, I guess they're popping relics. Sure. Impulse. There's the Blood Moon. Synthesizer. I mean, I can get Basic Forest with the Verdant that I can cast until my next turn. Alright, Bobble you. What's on top? Pyromancer? Jeez. This is a sludge. I guess if they don't want me to get this land back, they'll have to pop their relic now. Heat. Need more threats. Return a Verdant. You want to pop a relic? No, they don't. I guess they're keeping their mana up for a removal spell, huh? Can't really play around it. Yep. It's gonna happen at some point. Well, if they make Pyromancer, which we know they have on top, we have the Ren and 6 to start grinding through these tokens. Here's the moon. No moon yet. Ditching a Pyromancer. So they should cast this moon now. Although the moon isn't really all that good anymore. So maybe with that in mind, they should just put their 4/3 into play. I do neither. Interesting. One card left in hand. Going at the Wren. Okay. I can take one. I guess I'll try to heat it now. If they cast a spell in response, at least the Wren 6 hasn't taken additional damage. That is a threat, but they've got their damn relic in play. I'm not going to sack a treasure. Inquisition does absolutely nothing. I guess I can engineer name human. I can then ping seasoned pyromancer. Shrinks this a little bit. I guess that can get other basic swamp. They're probably not going to pop this relic as long as they've got seasoned pyromancers in their yard, unfortunately. I did not bring in Spellbomb, mainly because it's only Pyromancer that really cares about it. Alright, let's get my other basic swamp. Swamp. We are short on Delirium. If I cast Inquisition first, we'll have the Delirium, but they can relic targeting me. I guess I can get rid of a monkey, which would then mean that they have to pop the relic. Okay. Don't think this is going to take anything. It does, though. Okay. So, traversing here means that they have to do the thing. They just have to. They can still activate one of their pyromancers. If they just tap it, I'll remove a creature from my yard, which would leave me with Delirium. I don't actually have any basics left in the deck, so when they pop this relic, it'll blank, but that's gonna happen. Alright, and then do I want this to go down? Probably. They still just have synthesizers in play, though, which is a bit of an oof. And a Bone Crusher off in exile. So this is pay 3, make a 2/2. You can exile the top card. Yep. It's a Bone Crusher. Brutal. Yep. I can still draw Fury. Interesting. I'll kill the one going at Ren. Don't know why they didn't attack with Elemental. I can still draw Fury. Fury? Goyf. Goyf's fine. It's pretty large. What's up, Chaos? I'm gonna cash this in. We've got Delirium again. Yeah, Traverse does it as well. You're right, Remy. Or Rami. I mean, they just still have infinite cards that we know about. Synthesizer, flip a synthesizer. Jeez. Flip a mountain. Okay, I guess that's some reprieve. Still not looking great. There's the moon, which just stone cold doesn't matter. Fury! Damn it! We're at 5-6. Don't think I can afford an attack. Pop a synthesizer. Find a bolt. We're at 5-6. We can still block. Oh my god. Not anymore. They did it the smart way, where we also have to exile the Goyf. Fury? We can't even draw Traverse anymore. It's got to be Fury. They could also cast a Bone Crusher here, which they should definitely do. I don't know why they haven't. Yeah. They do have lots and lots of good things. Oh, right on time. Yeah, they got a lot of new good 2-for-1s. They got the here, what is it called? Oh, and of course now I can't open it. They've got the synthesizer, and they've also got the sorcery that like exiles the top 2 for 2 mana, and they can like play them. But yeah, most of the cards in their deck are win cons or draw 2s, which makes things difficult. It's also not a matchup where Monkey gets to shine very well from our side. But yeah. Mono Red has lots of cool things now. I've played against that deck once before, but I was playing it with playing against it with me playing Murktide. And that matchup felt unlosable from the Murktide side. They just like can never beat an 8/8. Damn. One land again. The opponent has revealed Lurrus. I guess I'm keeping. Bottoming one of the 2 fetches. Fine hand. Obviously no pressure is unfortunate. Is it burn again? We've played burn once this league. There's the threat. Unfortunately, it's unlikely to stick around. I think I've got to heat this. I think I've got to heat it now so Prowess doesn't save it. This is when they idle on me and I feel sad. Riftbolt. Okay. Okay. Backup monkey. So I want this to get black so I can cast Liliana. I think I'm just going to get basic Swamp now. I don't want to shock to play Liliana either. But I do want to both Inquisition and cast Monkey, and this does it least painfully. Bolt, target me. They do have a Rift Bolt on Suspend. Light up the stage. Jeez, I think I've got to take the light up. They do have a Rift Bolt on Suspend. They can light up next turn if I don't take it. Go to the dome. Alright. You want to Helix me? or the monkey. Honestly, I don't know which. Can we flip a Helix? Well, I guess we draw a card. I could cast the Liliana now off of the treasure. I think I will. Plus. Helix targeting me. Ditch a Blood Crypt. Ditched another Helix. Say no. I guess get some info. Skullcrack on top. Okay. Skullcrack doesn't kill a monkey. We're at 8. This is a game we could conceivably win with some amount of luck. Land is not a great start. Attack. 2 Helixes are out of the deck already, but maybe we hit another one. I guess it won't matter with a Skullcrack in effect. Yeah, come on, Tarmogoyf, for real. I mean, that goes to the dome. That's where it's going. We have Unholy Heat available for a hasty creature. Do I plus this Liliana? I guess so. Let's ditch the land, honestly. They still have access to Lurrus. Yep, face is the place. Alright, well, we've got the Liliana in play for that. So far, so lucky. Alright, I spoke too soon. You sacrifice a creature, please. Helix? Helix? Bloodstained Mire, not great. I guess pass. I think we're still less than 50% to win. They do have 2 Sunbaked Canyons in play as well. Not great. I guess let's lead here. They're just going to discard their card. There's no world where I want to Thoughtseize Lurrus out of their hand, right? I guess I'll... Maybe. Who knows? They ditched a Bolt? Oh, they misclicked. They meant to bolt me 100%. Helix? Eidolon? Oh gosh. So if I Eidolon and they cast a spell, they go to 6. I can then attack them. They attack them for 4. They can no longer cast a spell. I'm somehow supposed to cast this. Like, I can't cast a spell either. But if I really wanted to cast a spell, I could edict myself. Like, somehow I think casting this is correct. Like, I just won't plan on casting another spell. That's a good sign. Huh. Who's the burn player now? Alright, burn. Again. We've got the brutalities. And then I think the strategy last time was that Kolaghan's command is better than Ren and 6. You're surprised they didn't kill Monkey? Me too. We did have backup Monkey, which obviously they don't know. But I mean, Monkey did in fact get there. Maybe that's a lesson they think they've learned. Because that Monkey obviously was what did the thing. Thanks for the new follow. I really appreciate the support. Means a lot. Well, I won't be keeping this. I don't have a red land. I guess. Alright, I think... Well, I know, obviously. I think I got a little unlucky here. Yep. Alright, this can now get basic mountain on account of having overgrown tomb. Turn 1 delirium, anyone? Maybe? Let's just go ahead and yield to this now. Don't want the land. Trigger. 4th bauble, not particularly useful. And an unholy heat. That one I guess we top. Was assuming they don't get delirium. Assuming they don't get delirium, we can kill their thing. Wow, that we see a bauble on top. That's the 5th bauble we've seen this game, and it's turn 1. That's funny. So we really, really hope they can't achieve delirium. And they binned a bauble. Oh, wow. So that's the 6th bauble of this game. So many baubles, yes. Alright, so that's a sorcery. If they find another type, they haven't yet... Oh, no, sorry, yeah, they found another type. It's officially a 3-3. Yeah, rigged. Alright, well, unfortunately... Alright, wait, what was it? It was a Sacred Foundry. They didn't have a land. Alright, let me just draw all of my cards. Alright. Ancestral Recall at my upkeep. Oh my god. That was bad. I mean, I guess I get basic Swamp. Thoughtseize. Maybe I can spike Delirium. If I spike Delirium, that means I'm heating this. There are 2 basic swamps. There are 2 in the deck. I think I need to attack with this. I could do it second main and like try to have it back as a blocker, but that's not a game I'm realistically winning. I think I have to try to spike the Delirium here. That spikes the Delirium. Their hand is very good. Light up the stage is worse without creatures. We know about the land, though. Jeez. Ugh. Pretty bad for me. Yeah, it's going to turn out that I wish I'd kept this back as a blocker. Because then they couldn't Swift Steer and light up the stage. But now they can. Oh, they just drew Searing Blaze. Even worse. Even worse. Brutality? Traverse? I mean, we can traverse. What do we get? We go to 6. Clothis is going to be too slow. I guess we have to get Monkey. And, like, start attacking with Monkey. Snow-covered forest. Traverse. Right? Everything else is just going to be too slow at this point. Dash. It's my treasure and I need it now. Let me not auto-yield in case I hit something I want to cast. Trigger. Did not hit a mountain. I'm kind of... You're interested in what I cut for Beseiju? It was like a Blackleaf Cliffs or something. I'm playing like 2 Blackleaf Cliffs. There are 2 lands in the deck that only produce green. That's Basic Forest and Beseiju. And then in my last league, it did end up coming up twice that I drew both my green sources. And it was unfortunate. Come on, hit 2 lands. Hit 2 lands. Hit 2 lands. 1 land. Oy, they didn't suspend. Oh, actually, I guess you can't suspend from exile, funnily enough. Terminate, okay. Cast with dash. Can I hit a Helix? Helix would be solid. Nope. Go. Gotta terminate the Swift Spear. We know of the Skull Crack. Mountain is good for us. We should probably just hard cast this Rift Bolt. Yep. So I need what? So I'm going to 2 here. I need a Dash Monkey, and I need it to hit Lightning Helix, and only Lightning Helix. Because like they have Skull Crack already, so I need to get up. Need to get my life total up. I need a Helix. Come on, dealer. Not a Helix. Alright, so we know they've got Skull Crack. We're just dead. Okie dokie. Last game. I don't think I'm changing anything. Resubmit. Let's try to get Clothis out early, I guess. This Traverse package has felt really, really good. Being a little bit weaker to Graveyard Hate is obviously a feels bad. My God, come on! Oh my God, back-to-back games. You're killing me. Keep. Turn 1 Traverse for Mountain, turn 2 Dash? Yeah, possibly. Go. Probably shoulda. Gonna need to find a monkey that goes uncontested. See, what needs to happen is you need to cast a Goblin Guide, and it needs to give me a land. I'm gonna pass, I think. I think I need to get more than 1 mode off of this. Is this the Eidolon? I guess I'm most likely to want to get basic Swamp, so I'll get Stomping Ground here. See, now Liliana would be fine. I mean, there's the monkey. Oh my gosh. Alright, 2 modes. Target creature gets -2/-2. Reveal your hand. I guess I'll take the thing that kills the monkey. I mean, we're in it, despite being on a 4-card hand. What was that? Spike? Jeez. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was the nuts. Because now we can't even dash a monkey. I guess I can take a card out of their hand. The last card in their hand is Skullcrack. Alright. They can bolt me end step. I won't give them the ability to cast a blaze, but they can still just put Lurrus into their hand. Yeah. Okay. Dash. I can heat the Lurrus. Should I bolt them? Guess I'm bolting them. Adds to the clock. So they get to go Lurrus into, at a minimum, Swift Spear. At a maximum, Eidolon. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, they just drew a Swift Spear. Brutal. Well, I obviously have to heat the Lurrus. They see that we are drawing Bloodstained Mire. Alright, well. I mean, I guess I could dash the monkey again. I kind of have to. Maybe this hits a 1-mana removal spell. Nope, it hits a canyon. Hooey. So this was a 4-card hand. Like, can you imagine if our brutalities actually had cards to escalate with? That's a 3/3. Now I need to find out we get rid of this stupid channeler too. And they drew a light up? Jeez. They've just drawn the actual nuts. Bolt and a Rift Bolt, of course. Alright, you got me. Just really, really unfortunate mulligans. I think this matchup is probably fine. We won game 1 for crying out loud. Then 2 and 3, like, we just mulligan to oblivion. Alright, that's going to be it for this recording. Thanks to everyone watching on the YouTube. I hope you had a good time. And remember to like and subscribe if this is the kind of content that you like. So until next time, have a good one. Alright, so... Oop, the recording didn't stop. That's awkward.